back to my YouTube channel. I am super stoked for this video. You wanna know why? Because this video is actually gonna be talking about the selling side of real estate. So most of my videos have been about buying a house, expenses, what the process looks like, etc. But I know that there are a lot of people out there that are considering selling their home. Maybe, this pandemic has taught you that your house no longer serves your needs, so you need a work from home office or, just more space, maybe less space. I don't know. So I know there are a lot of people that are considering selling their homes right now. In today's video, we are going to talk about 5 things that you should do before selling your house. So these are things that are going to help a buyer be able to walk into your house and envision themselves there and love it so much that they want to put in an offer. So let's just go ahead and jump right in to these things. Okay, number 1 is going to be enhance the curb appeal. So curb appeal is basically like what the front of your house looks like in your front yard. And the reason why this is the number 1 thing is because it's the first thing people notice when they see your house. When they pull up to your house to go walk through it, the first thing that they're gonna see is the front yard, your front door, what the front of your house looks like and everything. So we wanna make sure that they love what they see. You wanna make a good first impression. So these could be things like sweeping off your front porch. It could be pulling weeds from the front yard, making sure the lawn is mowed, trees are trimmed, all of that good stuff. So number 1 is to enhance your curb appeal. Number 2 is a big one. I cannot tell you how important this one is. Number 2 is you're going to need to declutter and depersonalize your house. If you've been on the buying side or if you've walked into someone else's house and they just have pictures all over the walls, maybe they have just stuff stacked. I feel like we've all been inside a home that's super cluttered. We don't want that to be what your buyer feels like when they walk in. You don't want them to walk through the front door and be like, oh, yikes, I feel claustrophobic. You want to clear off your countertops, make it feel as open and spacious as possible. The closets is a big place to focus on when you're decluttering. You don't want someone to open up a closet with the risk of having stuff fall out on top of them. So declutter as much as you can. One thing I like to tell my clients when they go to sell their house is if you're going to declutter and you can't, you don't have a spot to put stuff, put it in the garage. Start packing it up and then put it in the garage. The garage is kind of like that one space in the house where people don't necessarily mind if it's cluttered. So it's better to have all of your clutter in the garage. Maybe start just boxing it up. You're moving anyway, so just start boxing it up, go put it in the garage, and then that way the rest of the house feels a little bit more light and open. The second part of that is to depersonalize. This may sound a little bit funky, but stay with me. When a buyer walks through your house, they want to envision themselves there. They don't want to feel like they're walking through someone else's house. Take my advice, depersonalize, remove, anything that might have names on it, just photos of your family. Again, depersonalize, pack it up, put it in your garage. I promise it will serve you so much better when you go to sell your house. The third thing is you want to make repairs. So that leaky faucet or that tiny hole in the wall or the doorknob that's loose or whatever it might be, now is the time to make those repairs. Especially if there might be something that may show up on an inspection report for a buyer. It's time to address that up front. It could very well turn a buyer off if they have to, when they buy a house, they have to make it livable for themselves. So you want to do as much legwork as possible to get your home in the best condition as possible for a future buyer. Also, anything that maybe you did to customize the house, because sometimes too custom will turn off certain buyers. But at the end of the day, you don't want a buyer to walk in and see all of these things wrong with the house and then have them turn it off because they're like, well, I don't really want to come in here and spend a whole weekend or whatever fixing everything. So do as much as you can for your potential buyer. Number 4 is neutral paint. I don't know if you guys have experienced this. Maybe it's just because I'm a realtor and I walk homes as a profession. The Easter egg thing has got to go. There was one house I walked with my clients that every single room was a different color pastel. So we're talking lavender, light yellow, green, blue, pink, you name it. I'm sorry if that's your style. Big turnoff for a buyer, especially a first-time buyer. So again, I work a lot with first-time home buyers. They don't want to walk into a house and then have the entire house need to be painted. That's a big expense and a big project that they don't necessarily want to take on. If you have the ability and can afford to maybe paint your entire house to a neutral color, whether it's like an off-white or a tan or a light gray or something, that's gonna help make your house look a little bit more trendy, to be honest, as well as just a lot easier for a buyer to walk in and see themselves living there. So neutral paint if you can. I get if you can't. Last but not least, you guys, this is another big one. Deep clean. There is nothing worse than walking into a house and having it be dirty. I have walked so many homes and I can tell you a nice deep clean goes a long way. We're talking like once in a year type of deep clean. Getting down on your hands and knees and wiping and dusting baseboards. We are talking cleaning your ceiling fan blades. We are talking dusting vents. We are talking the whole shebang. Again, a buyer wants to walk into a house and they don't want to have to feel like they need to clean it before they can move in. Not to mention, we're gonna get photos taken of your home, right, for your listing. So you want your home to present itself very nicely in those photos. So we're talking deep clean. Whether you take a whole weekend and you just get down and dirty and you do it yourself, or you hire a professional cleaning company to come in and deep clean your house, whatever you can do, I promise you, you need to do it. Okay guys, so those are 5 things you need to do before selling your house. Again, some of them are kind of optional. It just kind of depends on the condition of your home. Always, always, always consult with your listing agent, your realtor, and come up with the best plan for you and your home, because your situation may be a little bit different. But I promise you, doing some, if not all, of these 5 things is going to help you present your house in the best possible way so a potential buyer will come in and want to submit an offer right away. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. As always, make sure you are following me over on Instagram and TikTok, as I share a ton of information over there. Again, thanks so much for being here. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.